looking at the table of contents in the page biblewheel.com/history/intro .php. We have this was the page of introduction, and we also looked at I believe we looked at From Eternity to Eternity, Revelation of All History, Aleph Tav, the Key to the Kingdoms, and then we should look at Daniel's 70 weeks. But looking at below that, you'll see the first century, from the first century to the 21st century. So we look at the first century, Aleph, divine preparation, one tongue, one empire. Then the life of Christ, incarnation of Aleph Tav, which has no link, the cusp of the ages, which has no link. We move on to the second century, there's nothing written. Third century, nothing written. The fourth century is related to the fourth day, and the fourth day was related to the creation of the sun, moon, and stars, and it was for signs and seasons. And in hoc signo vinces is Latin, meaning in this sign conquer. So the sign of the cross is related to the sign of what was mentioned as signs in the fourth day, and also the fourth epistle, Galatians. Then there's the fourth commandment, Constantine's edicts, the church rests, the church buildings, first church councils. Moving on to the 5th century, there's nothing written. 6th century, nothing written. 7th century, nothing written. 8th century, the king of the Franks. 9th century, Charlemagne gets crowned as the Holy Roman Emperor. The 10th century is the beginning of the Holy Roman Empire. 11th century, the schism of East and West. 12th century, Renaissance of learning, rise of universities. 13th century is nothing written. 14th century, Pope asserts supremacy, fall of papal power, Pope's Babylonian exile, the Great Schism, the Black Death. 5th century, the printing press, the Gutenberg Bible, a ready scribe. Ezra was a ready scribe. Ezra wrote the 15th book of the Bible, and the 15th century marked was the century specialized for scholarship, like scholars, because the printing press was invented, and that pushed the writing of books. And then 16th century is the Protestant Reformation. 16th century is the Protestant Reformation, Babylonian captivity, Nehemiah's reforms, Bible translations, Great China earthquake. 17th century, the Enlightenment, the Scientific Revolution. 18th century, the Gospel goes forth, worldwide missions, seal of the SPG, just governments, American Revolution, French Revolution. 19th century, the Holiness Movement, abolition of slavery, ape men and evolution, age of materialism. 20th century, health and prosperity. an age of ideology, and 21st and 22nd century, there's nothing written yet. So God willing, we'll be looking into each of these.